Hi, I'm Bob. We are at Chapter 9 now. Chapter 9 is about the competitive market models. Today, we will solve the exercises for the first two sections. Zero profit for competitive firms in the long run, and producer surplus. Here is exercise 1.1. Only a limited amount of high-quality grape-growing land is available. The firms that farm the land are identical. Because the demand curve hits the market supply curve in its upward sloping section, the firms initially earn positive profit. In Part A, the owners of the land raises their rents to capture the profit. Show how the market supply curve changes. The firm's supply curve is its marginal cost curve above its minimum average variable cost. The increase in the rents raises the firm's fixed cost. It does not affect the firm's marginal cost. So the firm's supply curve is unchanged. The market supply in the short run is the horizontal sum of all the firm's supply curves, so it is also unchanged. The increase in the fixed cost only reduces the firm's economic profit. In the long run, the market supply is horizontal, and the firms make zero economic profit. In Part B, suppose some firms own the land and some rent. Do these firms behave differently in terms of their shutdown decision or in any other way? No, the firms behave the same, regardless of whether they own or rent the land. The cost of using the land is the opportunity cost. The opportunity cost of a resource is the value of the best alternative use of that resource. So, the opportunity cost of using the land is the same, no matter whether the firm owns it or rents it. It is a fixed cost in the short run. It will not affect the firm's minimum variable cost and therefore will not change the firm's shutdown decision. In the long run, the firms make zero economic profit, regardless of whether owning or renting land. Let's find answers to exercise 1.2. The reputations of some of the world's most prestigious museums have been damaged by accusations that they obtained antiquities that were looted or stolen in violation of international laws and treaties aimed at halting illicit trade in art and antiquities. A new wariness among private and public collectors to buy works whose provenance has not been rigorously established jeopardizes the business of even the most established dealers. Conversely, this fear has increased the value of antiquities that have a solid ownership history. Arbutan brothers, who are among the world's most powerful dealers of antiquities, back an international ban on trade in excavated antiquities. As Arbutan said, the more questionable works entering the antiquities market, the less their value and the larger the dark cloud that hangs over the field. That affects prices negatively. I think we could put an end to the new supply and work comfortably with what we have. In Part A, what would be the effect of the ban on the current stock of antiquities for sale in the United States and Europe? The antiquities in the market come from two sources: the existing antiquities and the new excavated ones. The ban prevents new antiquities from entering the market. It shifts the supply curve to the left. Suppose the demand for antiquities is fixed. The shift of the supply curve leads to a higher market equilibrium price and a lower equilibrium quantity. In Part B, would such a ban differentially affect established dealers and new dealers? The higher market price of the existing antiquities enables established dealers to earn a positive economic profit in the short run. The antiquities become scarce resources. The bidding for scarce resources between dealers drives up the prices of the antiquities until the dealers make zero economic profit in the long run. In Part C, why would established dealers back such a ban? Because in the short run, they make a positive economic profit because of the increase in the price caused by the shift of the supply curve to the left. In Part D, discuss the implications of a ban using the concept of an economic rent. The owner of a scarce factor receives a payment higher than the minimum necessary for that factor to be supplied. That extra payment is the economic rent. The ban makes the existing antiquities a scarce factor, and the established dealers earn an economic rent in the short run. In the long run, the dealers bid for the scarce antiquities and make zero economic profit. The economic rent goes to the owner of the antiquities. Let's solve exercise 2.1. For a firm, how does the concept of producer surplus differ from that of profit? The producer surplus always equals the firm's revenue minus the variable cost. It is identical to the firm's long-run profit because all the firm's inputs are variable in the long run. But in the short run, the firm's profit equals its revenue minus the sum of the fixed cost and the variable cost. It is smaller than the producer surplus. Let's go to exercise 2.2. If the supply curve is Q equals 2 plus 2 times P, what is the producer surplus if the price is 10? The firm's producer surplus equals the difference between its revenue and its variable cost. In the graph, it is the area below the price line and above the supply curve, up to the quantity produced. We first calculate the quantity produced. If the market price is 10, then the quantity produced is 22 units. We can also find the quantity if the price is 0. It is 2 units. The producer surplus is the area of A plus B in the graph. A is a rectangle and B is a triangle. The producer surplus is the sum of A and B, which is 120. Let's answer exercise 2.3. If the supply function is as follows, what is the producer surplus if price is P star? From the supply function, we have the inverse supply function. The producer surplus equals the area above the supply curve and below the market price line at P star up to the quantity sold, Q star. After obtaining the answer, we can set the values of A and eta to see whether we have the correct answer. Thank you for watching this video and subscribing to my YouTube channel. See you next time.